Warriors fans, this is huge. Golden State just made a blockbuster move, trading for Jimmy Butler and locking him into a major contract extension. This changes everything for the Warriors' championship hopes. But that's not all. There was also a big decision not to trade for Nikola Vucevic. Was that the right move, or will they regret passing on a skilled big man? Did the Warriors make the right call by prioritizing Butler over size and rebounding? We're breaking it all down: the impact of Butler's arrival, what this means for the team's future, and whether Golden State did enough at the trade deadline to chase another title. Stay tuned, because this is about to get crazy. Hey, what's up, Warriors fans? The trade deadline has officially passed, and we've got a lot to talk about. The Golden State Warriors made a huge move, bringing in Jimmy Butler, locking him down with a contract extension, and shaking up the Western Conference. But on the flip side, they didn't make a deal for Nikola Vucevic, a name that was floating around in trade rumors. So today, we're diving deep into what this means for the Warriors, breaking down the impact of the Butler trade, why they didn't go after Vucevic, and of course, giving final grades for the Warriors' deadline moves. First, let's talk about the blockbuster move: Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. This is a trade that changes everything for Golden State. Butler is one of the best two-way players in the NBA, a proven leader, and a guy who thrives in the playoffs. If you're looking for someone with that competitive edge, who brings intensity every night, Butler is your guy. He's got that dog mentality, and we all know the Warriors could use some of that toughness right now. With the way this season has been going, Golden State needed a spark. They've had injuries, inconsistency, and struggles on both ends of the floor. Bringing in Butler immediately improves their defense, their perimeter play, and gives them another veteran star to pair with Steph Curry. Just picture it: Curry, Thompson, Butler, Green, and Looney in that starting lineup. That's dangerous. Butler's ability to create his own shot, lock down elite wings on defense, and make clutch plays in the fourth quarter makes him a perfect fit for this team. And let's talk about that contract extension. The Warriors didn't just trade for Butler as a short-term rental. They believe in him as a long-term piece, which says a lot about their vision. This extension means they're committed to keeping their championship window open for as long as possible. Some people might worry about Butler's age, but let's be real, he's still playing at an elite level. If you've watched Butler in the playoffs, you know he elevates his game when it matters most. This is a win-now move, and with the way the Western Conference is shaping up, the Warriors had to make a bold decision. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the deal that didn't happen. Nikola Vucevic was heavily rumored to be on the Warriors' radar, but in the end, no deal was made. And honestly, this one is interesting because Vucevic would have addressed some key weaknesses. He's a skilled big man, a solid rebounder, and someone who could stretch the floor with his shooting. The Warriors have struggled with size and rebounding, so on paper, Vucevic would have been a great addition. So why didn't the deal happen? There are a few possible reasons. First, the asking price might have been too high. The Bulls weren't just going to give him away, and maybe the Warriors didn't want to give up key assets for a player who might not have been a game changer in the playoffs. Second, there's always the question of fit. Yes, Vucevic is talented, but would he have been the right fit in Golden State's system? The Warriors love to play small, run the floor, and switch on defense. Vucevic isn't exactly a defensive anchor, and maybe the front office didn't think he would move the needle enough. At the end of the day, the Warriors chose Butler over Vucevic, and you can see why. Butler is a proven star, a playoff warrior, and someone who fits the Warriors' style perfectly. They prioritized wing defense, playmaking, and toughness over adding another big man. And honestly, it makes sense. The league is dominated by elite wings, and having Butler alongside Curry and Thompson gives the Warriors a scary perimeter trio. But let's take a step back and grade the Warriors' trade deadline moves. First, the Jimmy Butler trade and extension. This is an A move. Butler gives them everything they need: scoring, defense, leadership, and that playoff intensity. The contract extension shows commitment, and if Butler stays healthy, this could be one of the best moves Golden State has made in years. The only reason it's not an A+ is because there's always some risk when committing to a long-term deal with an aging star. But still, this was huge for the Warriors. Now, the decision not to trade for Vucevic, this one is A/B. It's not a bad decision because they clearly had a plan. They prioritized Butler and didn't want to overpay for a center. But at the same time, the Warriors still have size and rebounding issues. Could this come back to haunt them in the playoffs? Maybe. If they run into teams with dominant bigs, like Jokic in Denver or Anthony Davis in LA, they might regret not making a move for a center. But they're betting on their system, their versatility, and their ability to outshoot and outplay teams rather than focusing on size. Overall, the Warriors had a very solid trade deadline. They made a big move by bringing in Jimmy Butler, addressed their need for another star, and sent a strong message to the rest of the league they are still in win-now mode. After some ups and downs this season, Golden State needed to make a splash, and this trade does exactly that. Butler is a proven winner, a battle-tested playoff performer, and the kind of player who thrives under pressure. He brings leadership, defensive intensity, and another scoring threat to take some of the burden off of Steph Curry. Adding Butler means the Warriors now have one of the best two-way perimeter cores in the NBA. His ability to lock down elite wings, hit clutch shots, and bring that grit every night is something the Warriors were missing. With Klay Thompson not quite at his peak defensively and Draymond Green doing a lot of heavy lifting, Butler's presence will make a huge difference. Imagine those tight playoff games where Curry is double-teamed. Now, the Warriors have another go-to guy who can take over and create his own shot. That's a game changer. Now, would it have been nice to get a center as well? Absolutely. The Warriors have struggled against teams with dominant big men like Nikola Jokic and Anthony Davis. A trade for Vucevic could have helped in that area, giving them a skilled rebounder and post scorer. But at the same time, Golden State has always leaned into its small ball identity. Instead of making a move that doesn't quite fit their system, they chose to double down on what they do best: versatile, switch-heavy defense, and elite perimeter play. So, while passing on Vucevic might raise some concerns, you can't be mad at what the Warriors did here. They made a move that significantly raises their ceiling, and with Butler in the mix, they're officially back in serious championship contention. So, Warriors fans, now it's your turn. What do you think about the Jimmy Butler trade? Are you happy with the extension? Do you think the Warriors should have pushed harder for Vucevic? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Warriors content. I'll catch you in the next one.